oxbill turtle. This is the turtle shell. Now I brought this specifically to show you. Look at that. See how beautiful that is? There were people from St. Lucia used to come around to the islands buying turtle shell, because what happened is that turtle shell makes good jewelry, but if it's put in a pressure cooker, the same shell here, this is the same as your fingernail, right? And you can bend this. I started to make a bracelet for Vita. See the scratches here? The turtle shell is scratched because this oxbill likes to go under caves to sleep, get away from predators like sharks, especially the hammerhead, the tiger shark. So what happened now is that I'll show you this also. This was carved by my father over 30 years ago. And it's turtle shell. Now in the olden days, afro picks and combs were made out of turtle shell. Turtle shell is thick. Look how thick this is. No, look at this is the thickness. This is called thickness here. I've sanded this already, so it was even thicker than this. But I did that so people can see how thick a turtle shell is. I used to have a 42-foot boat. I sailed down from Canada, a brand new boat. I sailed it all the way from Canada, a lobster trawler. And one time we were fishing up until the 1,200 feet deep water. And all of a sudden, I saw a turtle come up out of the water, like stick it up. So I was saying to the right, about just 15 feet away from me. And I said to the guys, I said, what happened to that turtle? And then I saw one of the biggest tiger sharks I've ever seen. The eyeball was bigger than my fist. Just come, and this turtle was about 250 pounds. Just come and just grab the turtle and just, you see the fin come out of the ear like that, and he took it down to the bottom. See, this is a maka. Okay. This is a turtle. A shark can bite a turtle, but it cannot do anything to the turtle. What the shark has to do is to drive the turtle down to the bottom and jam it on the bottom, and then he starts doing the head like that. Because if you look at a tiger shark's teeth, it's serrated and it saws right through. See how thick that shell was? Saws right through it, through the breastplate, what we call the callipee or breastplate. What happened now is that it just bites everything through it. And this particular shell was of a turtle bigger than this one. And I took 4 of these plates to Canada. Right now, if I'm going to the United States or Canada, and I have anything, even like this, as a souvenir turtle shell, they will seize it from you. It's illegal to take anything made out of turtle into the United States or Canada. I don't know about England. Now, as I said, in the 60s, there was a man who used to come to the island every 3 months to buy turtle shell. He didn't want the whole shell like that. He just wanted the leaves, all of it, including these small pieces here. And they would take it back to St. Lucia, and they would either prepare it there or ship it somewhere else. But for I know you're all younger, but the car enthusiasts, you've heard about turtle wax. What happens is that when they boil this, the shell becomes soft and it gives off a wax. And that wax is what they take to make turtle wax that people polish their cars with it. When you polish your car with turtle wax, it becomes very, very bright, and it's very resistant to salt and dust and dirt and so forth. So I'm just pointing out that to you. Now, I used to hunt turtle, and what happened is that because I did not kill them, I took them in. We used to have an abattoir in Plymouth, and I put them in the abattoir and decided it was the cows that were going to be killed on Friday night for Saturday morning. And I would come down at 5:30 on Saturday morning, and I would butcher that turtle then. And the breastplate is what we call the callipee. That is very important when you're making your turtle fin soup and making stewed turtle and so forth. It becomes gelatinous. But before you cook the turtle, you pour hot water on it. If there is any skin or shell, like the breastplate or the fins are covered, as you see the picture over there, you see the little scales on the picture there, on the wall. Well, you pour hot water on that, and those scales just peel right off. And it leaves the same color underneath. But what happens is that if you were to cook it with those shells on it, when you go to eat it, it'll be hard. But the turtle fin makes a beautiful soup or stew. And I used to eat it and sell it. Whenever I catch a turtle, the liver I took for myself. I never sold that. I kept for myself. Because I love the liver, and it's very rich in all kinds of minerals and iron and so forth. Now, after catching turtles, what happened now is that after I sell, the shell, if it was not like this class is not a pretty shell. It's full of barnacles and it's all scratched up. But if it's a good shell, I would take, if it's a small one like that, I never caught any turtle smaller than that. I would take it home and then clean the inside of the shell, all the meat out of it, and then rub it with ash, wood ash, and then put it to dry. Not in the sun, not in the rain. It was in a dry area. And then once after 2 weeks, then what I would do, I would lightly sand the shell and then varnish it, and I could get big money for that also. So that was 50 years ago. I've never hunted a turtle since that time. But it's something that I did. I made a living from it. I was young like you guys when I first started, until I was 21 years old. And then I migrated to Canada. So